Hi, everyone. Welcome to Randomness, the cozy corner for all things weird, deep, and wonderfully unexpected. I am your host, Brittany. So grab a drink, get comfy, and let's talk. Today, we are talking about something that honestly doesn't get talked about enough: friend betrayal. Specifically, when your best friend, your ride or die, the person who's been there forever, does something so out of pocket that it completely shatters everything you thought you knew about them. And I'm not talking about like they forgot your birthday or they were a little flaky. I'm talking about real betrayal, the kind that makes you question your entire judgment of people, the kind that keeps you up at night going, how did I not see this coming? This one's personal for me. I'm not going to get into all of the details, but I've been through this. And if you're going through it right now, or if you have been through it, I want you to know you're not crazy, you're not overreacting, and you're definitely not alone. So when you first find out your best friend betrayed you, it's like your brain can't even process it at first. Like, this is the person who knows everything about you, your secrets, your fears, your family drama, everything. You've been through life together. You trusted them with parts of your life and yourself you don't show anyone else. And then they do something that is so disrespectful, so hurtful, so completely out of line. You're just sitting there like, what the, this can't be real. There's this moment of complete shock where you're almost waiting for them to be like, just kidding. Or I can explain with some kind of explanation that actually makes sense, or an explanation at all, which I did not get, by the way, but it doesn't come because it was real. They really did that. And that's when the devastation hits. Okay. The grief is real. Here's what people don't tell you about friend breakups: they hurt worse than romantic breakups sometimes, because a romantic relationship, there's always a chance it might not work out, right? But your best friend, especially if you've known them like your whole life, that feels permanent. That feels like family. You don't expect that to end. So when it does, when they betray you, it's not just losing them, it's losing your history with them. All those memories, all those years, now they're tainted. You can't even look back at the good times without feeling sick. And you grieve multiple things at once. You grieve the friendship, you grieve who you thought they were. You grieve the future you thought you would have together. You grieve the version of yourself that trusted so easily. It's a lot. And if you're feeling absolutely gutted right now, that's valid. That's normal. You're allowed to be a mess about this. And after the shock wears off, okay, well, that's where the anger comes. Oh, the anger. You're angry at them, obviously, for being selfish, for crossing a line that should have never been crossed, for choosing whatever they chose over your friendship and your trust. But you are also angry at yourself. And this is the part that really eats at you, okay? You are replaying everything in your head, all the times you defended them, all the times you made excuses for their behavior with other people, all the freaking red flags you ignored because, you know, they would never do that to me. Yeah. And you're sitting there going, how did I not see this? How was I so freaking stupid? So here's the thing I wish someone had told me. If someone showed up, or no, no, If someone showed you who they were with other people, that is who they are, period. I mean, if they betrayed their family, if they talked about other friends behind their backs, if they crossed boundaries with other people, that wasn't an exception. That was a pattern. And you just thought you were the exception to the pattern, but you weren't. And that hurts to accept. And let me be real with you, okay? Let me be real. The signs were probably there. I mean, I know they were there for me. Maybe they had a history of messy relationships or drama with other people. Maybe they did questionable things, but you justified it because they hadn't done it to you yet. Maybe other people tried to warn you and you defended them. And when I look back now, I can see it so freaking clearly. Just like the shit they did to other people in their life, that should have been the warning, my warning. If they could betray their own family, why in the hell did I think I was special, you know? Why did I think our friendship would protect me from that side of them? But the truth is, when you love someone, when you've built years of friendship and trust, you don't want to see the bad. You want to believe in them. You want to believe that your bond is different, that they would never hurt you like that. And they use that. They use your trust and your history against you because they know you won't see it coming. So if you're beating yourself up right now for not seeing the signs, stop. You weren't stupid. You were loyal. You were trusting. Those are good qualities. They're the ones with the problem, not you. So after a friend betrayal, especially from someone you were so close with for a long time, let's just say the fallout is pretty messy. You might have mutual friends who don't know what to do. Some of them might try to stay neutral, which honestly feels like another betrayal because how can you be neutral about this? You might run into them or hear about them through other people. You might see them posting on social media like nothing happened, living their life while yours feels like it's in pieces. And here's what really gets you. They might not even feel bad. They might justify what they did, play the victim, make you look crazy, or make you look like the crazy one for being upset. That part is infuriating. When they don't take accountability, when they don't apologize, when they act like you're the problem for being hurt. But that tells you everything you need to know about who they really are. And I think it's important to name what you're actually losing here because it helps to understand why it hurts so much. You're grieving the friendship you thought you had. Turns out it wasn't what you thought. And that, my friends, is a complete mind fuck. Excuse my language. You're grieving your perception of them. The person you loved doesn't actually exist. The real them is someone who could do this to you. You're grieving your innocence. You can't trust as easily anymore. You can't assume people have good intentions. That innocence is gone. You're grieving your own judgment. You're questioning how you read people, how you choose friends, how you missed this. And all of that is valid. All of that needs to be felt and processed. You can't just get over it because someone tells you to. Okay, so how do you survive this? How do you move forward when someone you loved and trusted completely destroys that trust? Well, you need to feel it all, okay? Don't try to skip the grief and anger. Don't let anyone tell you to just move on or they're not worth it anyway. Feel every bit of it. Cry, rage, journal, talk to someone, whatever you need to do, and cut them off completely. I know it's probably tempting to want closure or an apology, but you're probably not going to get it. And even if you do, it won't make you feel any better. Block them, delete their number, remove them from your life entirely. Stop replaying it. Your brain is going to want to go over every detail, every moment, every sign you missed. At some point, you have to stop. You know what happened, you know who they are, and replaying it just keeps you stuck. Talk about it with safe people, okay? Find people who will validate you, who will be angry on your behalf, who won't try to play devil's advocate. You need people who will say, yeah, that was messed up, and you have every right to be hurt. And this one's hard, but you need to learn the lesson without becoming bitter. This is important. The lesson isn't people suck and I should never trust anyone. The lesson is I need to pay attention to how people treat others and I need to trust my gut when something feels off. Rebuild your trust in yourself. You're probably doubting yourself right now, your judgment, your intuition, your ability to read people. But the truth is, you're not broken. You just learned a hard lesson. So trust that you will be more discerning next time without closing yourself off completely. And know that you'll be okay. Right now, it feels like this pain is going to last forever. It won't. One day you'll think about them and feel nothing. Not anger, not sadness, just nothing. And that's when you know you've healed. I am still processing this, honestly. I'm somewhere between anger and acceptance, but here's what I'm learning. People show you who they are, okay? Believe them. Don't make excuses. Don't think you're the exception. And just because you've known someone for years doesn't mean they won't hurt you. Time doesn't automatically equal trust. Not everyone deserves access to you. Your trust, your energy, your space, those are privileges. Not everyone has earned them, and that's okay. You can survive losing anyone, even the person you thought you couldn't live without, even your best friend. You're still here, you're still standing. Some people are only meant to be in your life for a certain amount of time, and when that season ends, it doesn't erase the good that was there, but it also doesn't mean you have to hold on. You're going to be okay. If you're in the thick of this right now, I know it doesn't feel like you're going to be okay, but you are. You're going to come out of this stronger, more discerning, more protective of your peace. You're going to have better boundaries. You're going to choose better people. And one day, you're going to look back on this and be grateful that they showed you their true colors before you wasted any more time on them. That person didn't deserve you, your loyalty, your trust, your friendship. They took all of that for granted, and that's on them, not you. You're going to be okay. I promise. All right. So, yeah, friend betrayal is one of the hardest things to go through. And if you're dealing with it right now, I am really sorry. It sucks. It's unfair, and you deserved better. But you're going to get through this. You're going to heal. And you're going to find better people who actually deserve you, okay? If this episode resonated with you, let me know. Send me an email, leave a comment, share your story if you want to. Sometimes it helps just to know other people get it. Okay, guys? All right. So take care of yourself, be gentle with yourself, and remember, you are not the hot mess here. They are. All right, y'all, that is it for today. Thank you so much for being here with me. Until next time, stay grounded, stay kind, and stay curious.